Good morning. It is Thursday, February 15th. I'm joined in the studio today with the mesmerizing Kimberly Perot, who will be behind the set with me. We're going to be working in the kitchen, doing some fun stuff there. Have a sit down with Roundup River Ranch, a discussion with our partner, Eyepieces of Vail. All the great things happening on this Thursday. Grab a cup of coffee because hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Good morning, Kimberly here. Kevin, thanks so much for that intro. But man, we've got an interesting weather pattern coming through here. As you can see, it is gorgeous outside. The sun is shining or rising over the mountains. Beautiful sunrise. This morning, high of 36, and we're looking at a chance of snow showers today with about 80%. So as the day progresses, it'll get a little bit more cloudy and we'll start to see that storm cell rolling in. The winds will be coming from the west, south by southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Looking at the hourly, as you can see, noon, we've got 36 degrees, a few snow showers moving throughout the day today at noon, and then 32 degrees at 4 o'clock, 31 at 8 p.m. And the snow showers are starting to roll in, which is what we like to see because the winter is not over, in my opinion, yet. Looking at that I-70 corridor, we've got 52 degrees in Denver, and then the snow. It begins as you make your way west throughout the corridor. Vail, 80% chance, 36 for the high. Eagle, we've got a wintry mix coming in, 50% chance of that with a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, 40 for the high. And then Avon, snow all day, 80% chance and 39 for the high as well. Looking tonight, we've got a low of 22 and 70% chance of snow. So despite what this morning looks like, the snow is coming. It is on its way. We're looking at a sunset of 5:42 p.m. Winds coming from the west, 10 to 15 miles per hour. That 5-day forecast, this is what we want to see the weekend. Friday, 70% chance of snow showers, 31 for the high, 18 for the low. And then Saturday, we got all of that snowfall today and tomorrow. And then Saturday, you've got mostly sunshine, 20% chance of snow, but we'll see what happens there. 33 for the high, 11 for the low. Afternoon snow on Sunday, 36 for the high, 23 for the low, and then Monday, 40s, looking at it again. We've got cloud coverage Monday and Tuesday of next week for President's Day, 41 for the high, and 25 and 26 respectively for the low. Checking out that snow report, it may not have changed all that much, but it will after today. We've got about 1 inch over the last 48 hours, 169 inches in Beaver Creek for the season total, and then a base depth of 54 inches. So looking pretty good over there. Those lifts run from 8:30 to 4, and then looking at the terrain opening, 73% chance, or 73% of the terrain is open, 162 trails and 25 lifts in Beaver Creek. Looking at Vail Mountain, this is a good one. We've got 1 inch snowfall, 100 for the season. So I think after today, we'll finally hit that 190 inches season total, base depth of about 54 inches as well. Looking at the lifts, 31 lifts are open, 277 trails. And then that perpetual number that we keep seeing, 99% of the terrain is open at Vail Mountain. So we've got a lot happening in the weather because snow is happening, but it was just a gorgeous morning this morning.
It actually was. The weather was crisp. Getting up, walking out, it's like, it's a nice morning.
It really was.
And those temperatures look to be fairly moderate as we get in. I mean, those perfect snow temperatures, those mid-30s.
Mid-30s is
Yeah.
exactly what we want to see, and the sunrise is gorgeous. Clouds are out.
Inch of snow over at Vail. Not enough to get to the 100%, but
Not enough. But
we're going to eke in there.
We are going to eke in there. Good word choice.
It's a good word today. It's Thursday Eek Day.
It is Thursday each day, but I tell you what, cannot believe it's Thursday. We've got President's Day weekend. We're rolling into that. So
We do. A lot of things, too, to go over today. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to dive right in.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. If you live here in the Valley, you know all of the wonderful nonprofits that are out there to help locals and non-locals here in our community. One of them is Roundup River Ranch. Ben had a chance to sit down and discuss a little bit about what they do. Let's take a look.
We are here at the Roundup River Ranch, part of the Serious Fun network of camps, with Jen Clark and Sterling Leha, part of the management team here. And Jen, tell us a little bit about what the Roundup River Ranch is and what you guys do here.
Yeah, so Roundup River Ranch, we provide life-changing camp programs for children with serious illnesses and their families, free of charge, medically supported, and they get to come out to this beautiful campsite and do your traditional camp activities like boating, archery, art yurts, a lot of different things, and having tons of fun with their peers. What's unique about our camps is that children get to come here and they get to be grouped with people that might have a similar diagnosis or illness as them. And so they spend the whole week with each other and they'll be able to bond and connect, which they might not have the opportunity back at home to do.
And so that really kind of helps them create a little bit of a support network too with people who are going through a similar experience. So let me ask you this, Sterling. How does somebody get involved in the Roundup River Ranch, and how do the kids get selected isn't necessarily the right word, but how is that process?
Sure. Well, community is very important at Roundup River Ranch. Like Jen said, it's where families can meet other families on similar life journeys. So for that reason, a lot of our campers are referred to us by physicians and nurses and medical staff in hospitals and clinics. We also have campers referred to us from schools. Parents are great advocates and often will help us recruit as they meet other parents at support network meetings and things like that. We work hard to serve the kids who need camp the most. And so we start by always working on finding kids who would not otherwise have a camp experience.
And nobody has to pay for anything, correct? All of the kids that are coming out here, it's all donated time, all volunteers, all everything is kind of there to support them. So let me ask you this. Tell me a little bit about how the support network came about and how this camp kind of originated.
Yeah, great question. So part of the Serious Fun Children's Network of camps, Paul Newman, the Hollywood actor that everyone's familiar with, started a camp in Connecticut called Hole in the Wall Gang Camp. And his kind of philanthropy really wanted to give back to kids that, maybe couldn't go to a camp or had a medical issue and wanted to really give back to that community and make sure they can still raise a little hell and be a kid and go to camp. And so that started, and it really morphed now into about 9 domestically, but 30 kind of worldwide. So it's huge, and everyone has a similar mission. So all the camps are free, and we're all serving children with serious illnesses. So Roundup River Ranch really started with board members on the Serious Fun Children's Network who had houses out here, and they, really wanted to push having a camp out here. So we started talking to hospitals in Denver, started talking to the right people. And then we started a campaign. And as Sterling mentioned, community is amazing out here. People wanted to jump in and really help get this campsite literally from the ground up. And so it was founded in 2006 by passionate people in the community that got the right people together to build a campaign, get the campsite going, and we were able to open in 2011 to just over, I think, 200 campers. And the gates opened, and they had an amazing week-long experience.
And you guys are still growing to this day, correct? You guys have just kind of gotten off of a major fundraising campaign over the course of the summer, and you've got a great program that's starting up today, too, to kind of help bring a lot of those families in together, not just the kids. So could you tell us a little bit about the family camps that are coming up this weekend and what you guys have planned for the future?
Absolutely. We love our family camp programs because it's a great opportunity for the whole family to have respite together. My favorite part of family camp is usually on Sunday morning when I walk into the cookhouse, and next to the fireplace there's a couple of dads just sitting there together, and they all just know what each other are going through. And that sense of community is so incredibly important. While we never want a family to have to come to Roundup River Ranch, we want to make sure that as many families as need camp can come as possible. So you mentioned our campaign. Our goal is to build 3 additional cabins so we can support more campers in our summer camp programs and more families during our family camp programs.
So the family camps, they kind of start to kick off as school gets started and the kids are a little bit more busy with their normal schedules. But I imagine that it gives the parents especially a really great opportunity to kind of relax and recover. I mean, personally, I can't imagine how stressful that's got to be to have a kid going through that and being largely unable to help directly and just kind of be there to support them. So what goes on while the families are here? How do you guys kind of help support that relaxation and that bonding?
Yeah, so our programs are varied throughout the weekend. We have some programs where the whole family do them together. And for many of our families, they've spent so much time focused on clinic appointments and doctor's appointments that's how they spend their family time. And there's so much value in the power of play, and so being able to play together is so important. A lot of these kids are often told what they can't do over and over again, and the parents are very nervous and always, kind of putting the bubble around their kids. So to come out here and see them running around and being silly, as a whole family, and for us to be able to say, yes, you can, of course you can do archery, and provide all those adaptations and modifications that kids might need is incredibly, incredibly important. And then we also have adult only program. And so during the weekend, we'll have spaces that the kids can get together and be kids together, and the parents can get together and support one another, have adult only time, which can sometimes be hard when you're a caregiver for a child with a serious illness. And so to be able to say to a family, no, it's okay. We'll have nurses and doctors there. So if your child has a seizure, you don't have to worry about it. We're here. We'll take care of it. And if we need you, we'll come get you. That look of relief and respite is just incredibly powerful.
And I would imagine that for the parents too, having that opportunity to kind of bond with somebody who's in a similar situation and have that ability to share a little bit of that experience is really powerful. Have you heard anything from the parents after the fact about like meeting up later or maintaining friendships with the other families going forward?
Absolutely, and they all plan to come back to the same camp again next year. But yeah, we hear a lot of that. They'll start their own communities, share email addresses. Sometimes they'll do little Facebook support groups to really reach out and stay connected throughout the year, because when everyone goes back, they take a piece of camp with them, and it's a different feeling of, you know, maybe their neighbors or their groups or the people that they connect with at school. You know, some of these kids may have allergies or so bad or so much medication or so many appointments that they can't go to birthday parties like their friends at home. They can't do the same sports as their friends. So this is really their community to say, we understand, we see you, we want to do things with you, we want to support you.
Well, and that's also part of the beauty of these Serious Fun camps and Roundup River Ranch is that you guys do have that medically supported aspect. And that way you can kind of always support the kids, give them whatever they need, and allow them to really have that freedom to play and be kids and bond with each other. And I would imagine that the kids maintain friendships throughout, not just their visits at camp, but when they're gone. And if the kids are coming back time and time again, I imagine those friendships really last for a long time. You guys have any experience of that? Any fun personal stories?
Actually, this weekend, and I think in the cabin behind us, we have two kids who have become lifelong friends through camp. And, you know, reconnecting at camp, reconnecting at camper reunions is such an important part for them because it's their friend who truly understands them. And we see the same thing with siblings. This is a space that siblings can meet other siblings who uniquely understand what it means to have a brother or a sister with a serious illness and what that means for the family, what that means for, you know, the time and attention that their brother or sister might take. And so we also see that in that space, which is really, really impactful.
And speaking of the cabins and everything, when the kids are out here, how long are they out here for a typical summer camp program? And sort of what does a normal summer camp week for just the kids program look like? Jen?
Yeah, so it's about 5 days. So we have them here overnight. So they stay into the cabins that we're sitting in front of. And all of their meals are here. So they're in the Trent's Cookhouse in the dining hall. We do breakfast, lunch, dinner. And it's a full day of activities. I mean, they are tired, but they're adrenaline being around each other, they just want to keep going. So one morning we have early elk as well. So we have those kids that do like to wake up early and not sleep in. And that could be just doing some stretching or going to our pond and doing some fishing early in the morning. And then they'll go and kind of go into their cabin groups and then kind of rotate. So they'll do archery, they'll go do boating, they'll do fishing, they'll do the climbing wall, the zip line. We have an art yurt. We also have a sound garden called Lily's Garden where they can go and sit and play music and bond. And then at night it continues. We do one night is a no-hand spaghetti dinner so they can all dip their faces in spaghetti and spaghetti sauce. Camp dancing happens in the cookhouse. It just keeps going, and then it goes into the bedtime routine, and it ends in a wonderful candle chat where they all get to bond, talk about the day, and those are truly the conversations where the connection really happens, and that peer-to-peer conversation of understanding what maybe a friend has gone through and then realizing you want to support them and you've also gone through the same thing. And those are those powerful bonds that you really can't get anywhere else except in these cabins with a candle lit and talking with your peers.
Well, I mean, It's an absolutely incredible program, and I'm sure you guys are giving everybody a wonderful experience, but a lot goes into that behind the scenes. So how do people get involved, and how can people help support the Roundup River Ranch and the Serious Fun networks?
Sure. So Roundup River Ranch truly takes a community. We have a small but mighty team that is working on camp year-round. But we absolutely thrive on volunteers. So we need volunteers to serve as family buddies during family programs, to help run activities, be cabin counselors, help in the kitchen, support mailings. I mean, the list goes on and on. So regardless of what someone's time commitment looks like or what their interest is, we're always able to find a way for folks to get involved. As you mentioned earlier, all of our programs are completely free of charge. And so we also have fundraising events throughout the year that people can get involved in, which is a great way to help support a child coming to camp completely free of charge.
Awesome. And if people are looking for more information about Roundup River Ranch, they can find that at roundupriverranch.org. And you guys have any other contact info, phone numbers, or anything that we can reach out?
Yeah, if anyone has questions on our volunteer opportunities or want a little bit more personal information, you can reach out to info@Roundup River Ranch. You can come out for a tour. We love walking people around the campsite, showing them what all the different things they can do, and everything else is on the website. So reach out. We love to talk to people. We love meeting face to face, and we love getting people out here on Colorado River Road.
And I'm sure if anybody's interested in donating, they don't need to wait till a fundraiser, correct?
That is true. You can donate and help support this incredible cause directly through our website, or like Jen said, reach out, give us a call, or send us an email, and we're happy to support you doing that.
Awesome. Well, Sterling Leahy, thank you so much. And Jen Clark, thank you guys so much for stopping by. We'll be right back with a little bit more from the Roundup River Ranch right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time, or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Welcome to the Vibe Report with Avisha. This is where I tell you all about the exciting happenings around town. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, there's nightly live music at Gambit Bar, The Hype, Shakedown Bar, The Red Lion, The Chop House, the Weston Riverfront in Avon, and Park Hyatt Beaver Creek. Chasing Rabbits will be having their weekly Lucky Fridays event featuring DJ Sunforce. If you're into fine art, Tara Novak will be having the last of her in-person art exhibit at the Avon Library this Friday and Sunday. Visit taranovakart.com for more info. The Alpine Art Center in Edwards is hosting their Cupcakes and Canvas event on Sunday, February 18th at 3. Find out more at alpineartcenter.org. On February 17th and 18th, the Valar Performing Arts Center will be featuring Stomp, the international percussion sensation. On Friday morning, there will be a free guided snowshoe tour at Nature Discovery Center on Vail Mountain. Visit walkingmountains.org for more info on this event and many others. That's it for this weekend's Vibe Report, friends. Be sure to follow the Vail Vibes TV8 Instagram for more info, and as always, spread the good vibes.
Good morning, Vail.
You know, I love when Kevin and I work together because we just make some fun recipes in the kitchen.
Yeah, and you know what? This one's going to be an easy one. It's one of those, if you got a bunch of people staying at your place, it's easy to just whip up real quick, put in the oven before you go out and ski.
And it gives you all of the different things like protein and the carbs, especially before you go out and ski. You can just grab them and go pop it in the microwave. It's going to rock and roll. But so what we are making are the McGriddle muffins. So I know people like that at McDonald's, but we're going to make our own version. So we know what kind of ingredients we're putting in them, and they're going to have just about the same taste and flavor, just all packed into a muffin.
The TV8 Griddle McMuffin.
The
TV8 is what it is.
Griddle.
Because you've got guests coming in town. I've got guests coming in town, and this is something quick and easy.
It is, it is so true. You want as easy as possible, as minimal pans as possible. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. So what's really great is we've got pancake mix, we've got sausage, we've got cheddar cheese, maple syrup.
Right here.
And then we're just going to use some water as well as, whatever else that you feel like you want to put in. So it's kind of a catch-all. So we're going to do about 2 cups of our pancake mix.
All right.
So we've just got our regular buttermilk pancake mix. So I'm just going to start pouring it in here and guesstimating what about 2 cups looks like. So you don't want to use the whole box, because we're not making that many.
Not making that many. I'm going to start on the sausage.
We've got the sausage.
Got to get that going.
All right, so that looks pretty good to me. What do you think, Kev?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
2
about,
cups.
About
I've ever seen 2 cups. That's 2 cups.
We're
right
about at the 2 cups there. And then what we're going to add is about 1.5 cups of water and 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup.
Okay.
So if you don't have, your measuring cups, it really is just, you can decide like what kind of consistency you're looking for here.
Here's your
so
maple
Kevin's going
syrup.
to pass me the maple syrup. I'm just going to add that in, and I think it really doesn't matter how much maple syrup you want to put in this. I think the more the better, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, sweeten it up.
If sweetening it up, sweetening it up.
Words are hard.
Words are hard, especially when you're making a delicious McGriddle
You're all excited.
muffin.
That's why. Because this is just you smell the sausage going. You're pouring out that,
I can smell
that log cabin syrup.
the maple syrup.
My
I am a
goodness.
syrup snob, and I blame this on my mother. I was born in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So Vermont maple syrup. So
So
anything,
did you have your own maple trees? You went up and stuck the tube in?
We went a couple, we did that a few times when we were very little, but I prefer real maple syrup over anything else. If it's regular syrup, I don't eat it. So real
syrup
maple
snob.
syrup always is the
Okay.
best. So we did about 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to just add a little bit more here. And then we're going to grab, we're just going to add about 1.25 cups of water.
Water.
So if you don't have water, you can literally just grab a coffee mug.
If you don't have water, you're going to be really thirsty.
I mean, if you don't have a
That's
measuring
the
cup.
answer to that
and then you just
question.
fill it on up.
While I sit here and get this sausage going.
I'd say about 1.5 cups that looks about good to me. We're just going to go
perfect.
ahead and pour this in here. There it is. And if you feel like there's a little bit much, you can add more of the pancake mix to it. And we're going to start on the low. And we know how much I love using my electric beater here in the kitchen.
Step out of the frame for a moment. Well,
But there we go.
Very good.
Looking good. So we're just going to add the consistency, and it really is whatever consistency
like a pancake mix consistency? Is that what
Exactly.
we're looking for?
Yeah. So we'll
Okay.
probably add a little bit more in here. We got our water, we got our maple syrup. It's looking great. Sausage is cooking up. How do you like your pancakes? Do you like them a little bit on the thicker side, or are you more of a?
I'm a thin pancake guy.
I like a thin pancake
Yep.
too. So we'll see. We'll see how
Not a
this
crepe.
turns out.
Thin pancake.
Do you like crepes?
I do like crepes.
Do you know how to make crepes?
Yes, I do.
Looks like we might have to
have a
be
crepe
making
day.
crepes on
We could have a
on
crepe
the
day.
show. All right, looking good here. It just smells like breakfast. It smells like a Saturday morning breakfast.
Actually, yeah.
I know.
This will get you out of bed. When you start smelling the Jimmy Dean maple sausage cooking, it's time to get up.
It is
Rise
time
and shine, my
to
friends.
Get up. And you just kind of keep mixing it in. Every Saturday morning when I was growing up, and even still to this day, every time I'm home and I'm visiting my parents, Dad makes pancakes for everyone. So, he is the pancake connoisseur. So we're just making the right consistency so that it'll rise in these muffin tins. And you can make them in mini muffin tins, so they're like a little bit of a dipper and a bite.
Oh, yeah.
Which is fun. Or
That's
you can
fun.
just make it in a normal muffin size.
So can we give your dad the title of the pancake king of the Northeast?
We 100% can.
Okay.
100%. He still makes them to this day. It's Christmas morning. deliciousness.
All right, Mr. Perot, you just got a new name, my friend.
He's probably thrilled watching this,
He is.
watching us make
I'm
pancake
sure he is.
batter
All
on
excited.
air. The sausage is looking good.
He's probably in the kitchen making it with us right now.
You know, at least in his heart and his mind, he is. So we're just going to keep on mixing it. As we keep on mixing, I mean, that looks pretty good to me. And now, a McGriddle sandwich is usually, 2 pancakes, which is what we're doing here. And then you've got your breakfast meats, your cheese, and your eggs. But we're not going to throw eggs in this. This is just a traditional pancake mix.
Is it pancake or pancake? Panama?
I say pancake, Kevin.
Is it Pan? How many M's?
How many M's?
There's no M in
There are
pancake.
0 M's in pancake.
It's just a test. You know how I like to test you.
It's true. All right, this is looking great. So we're going to go ahead and add our cheese in, and we'll wait until the sausage is fully cooked before we put it in here as well. So if you wouldn't mind passing me the cheddar cheese,
There you go.
that would be great.
What's MFI?
Magnetic face integration
That's right.
technology.
When we have our little discussion with Eyepieces of Vail, maybe that'll come up. We don't know. Stay tuned.
Eyepieces of Vail, they really are great. We love having conversations with them.
Who thought Eyepieces of Vail would come up during our cooking segment? See how we just roll things together here?
We do. You know what? It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
So I'm just putting you can put about a cup of cheese in here if you want to. I'm just going to free eye it here.
It's free cheesing over there. Got to watch you every now and then. It's a family show.
Sausage smells so good. I cannot wait to eat this. So we're going to mix it in. So we're mixing in the cheese into our pancake
Get that
mix.
away from me. I don't want it on my sweater.
I'm just going to get it all over Kevin's sweater. As you can see, it's looking good there. Now you can make it as cheesy or as not cheesy as you want to. I think we're going to go
Moderate
average,
cheese.
moderate cheese.
Moderate cheese.
That looks moderate to
MC,
me.
moderate cheese.
Yeah. And as we do that, then we've got our cupcake tin here. So
Got
a
it.
muffin tin, whatever you want to call it. And then we can grease the inside of these or just pour it in directly and see what happens.
You want to grease it a little bit.
I want to grease it a little bit. So I'm going to grab some butter out of our fridge. You can use a cooking spray if you want to. As I drop
So now,
it.
are we blending in the sausage?
We're blending the
Okay.
sausage into the pancake mix.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we're just going to dump it all in here and
Gotcha.
cook it in the oven. You want your oven temperature at about 400 degrees.
Okay.
And then you do it for about 12 to 15 minutes. Or as I like to say, you can take the baking test by taking a knife, sticking it in the middle, and then pulling
Like
it
you
out.
did yesterday for your flourless chocolate cake.
Exactly. You just do that, and then when you do that, if it comes out clean, then you know that your pancake or your muffin is finished.
Clean and mean. Love
Clean
it.
and mean. So we're just doing a quick little grease here on the bottom of these pans, and then we'll grease the edges. Looking good.
Yeah, it is
Smelling good.
good.
I know our camera crew is excited about this one.
Every dog in the neighborhood is going to follow me around because I've got the scent of sausage in my
And
clothes.
who doesn't love the scent of sausage?
Seriously, who doesn't?
I mean, honestly, it's my
Vegetarians
favorite.
and vegans don't.
Yeah, true.
But not always, because they make,
Things
like
that's-
Morningstar Farms, they make stuff that tastes and smell like bacon and sausage.
It's so true.
So maybe
Yeah.
I
so
made a
true.
false statement there, sorry. I'll retract that statement. You can turn off my heat if you have a free hand.
I do. There we go.
Okay.
Looking good. Looking great. And it's, we want it mostly cooked because it is going to be, you are putting it in there, but it's okay because we are cooking it in the
It's
the
only
oven as
12
well.
to 15
Yeah.
minutes though, so yeah, I think we're pretty well cooked.
Yeah, it looks good to me. All right. Well, these are greased. Are you ready to pour the sausage into our mixture,
I've never
Kevin?
been more ready than to pour sausage into the mixture. You ready?
Ready. There we go.
Don't get too close to the hot.
And we'll give it a quick stir. Mix it in there.
Batter up.
And then we'll just start pouring it into our muffin tins. Looking good to me.
Yeah.
This is going to be a delicious breakfast. We can also just dip these as well. When you pull them out of the oven, you can dip them into some maple syrup if it's not sweet enough. But I think we put a good amount.
I think so too.
It looks good to me.
Okay.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and start pouring them into our muffin tins, and then During the break, we're going to pop them in the oven. We're going to rock and roll, and then in 12 to 15 minutes, we'll pull them out. We'll show you what it looks like. It's going to be delicious.
We'll be right back.
We will be.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail and the TV8 Winter Weather Center as we watch Kim pour some of that batter that we just made into those muffin trays. We're going to have a delectable breakfast here coming up in just a moment, but let's take a look outside real quick and see what's happening in that local weather. Getting up today, 25 degrees, a high today of 36 degrees, perfect snow temperature coming in, 80% chance of that snow coming in. This is something to be careful of. We've got these winds 10 to 20 miles an hour west, southwest, and that is where that pattern is coming up with that jet stream, bringing that storm up into the Rocky Mountains. So some snow showers expected today, high gusty winds. Just be careful if you're out and about, especially out there skiing too. You want to make sure you're cautious as well. Looking at Vail by the hour, 36 degrees around that noon hour as that snow starts to move in through that 4 o'clock and into the evening, remaining fairly consistent in those mid to low 30s as far as the temperature goes. 52 degrees and partly cloudy in Denver, and here's where we've got some more snow falling in Vail, 80% chance. 36 degrees in Vail, Avon shows 39 and 40 degrees over in Eagle. So again, those moderate temperatures as that snow front starts to move in our way. Tonight, 22 degrees is going to be the low, 70% chance of snowfall throughout the evening. That sun setting at 5:42 p.m. So a little bit longer days as we get to watch the snowfall tonight. Those winds still strong out of the west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So again, those gusty winds coming about. This is what we love to see. Look at that Friday, 70% chance of snowfall. Saturday clears up a little bit, but staying in that mid-30 range. Lows are not really that low, 18 to 11 degrees there respectively on Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, 36 degrees as we move in with possible snowfall throughout Sunday. And then as it clears up and those warmer 40-degree temperatures move in for the beginning of the week on Monday and Tuesday. Well, Eagle County has a lot of things happening in their local schools, and we've got Eagle Valley High School Principal Thomas Laframboise that had an interview. Let's hear what he talks about as far as the Eagle County School District.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail, everyone. Now, joining us on the couch this morning is Eagle Valley High School Principal Tom LaFramboise to give us a little bit of updates, just kind of give us the inside scoop of what's been going on at Eagle Valley High School this past semester. What can we look ahead coming into the spring, winter and spring semester, and even kind of looking into next school year. So, Tom, thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely.
It's always easy to brag up Eagle Valley High School, so
Yes.
I love having that opportunity here.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on the show. You are principal, as I just mentioned. This is your first year as principal.
It is.
Tell us a little bit about how this new role has been for you, and I know you were with the school prior to that as well.
Yeah, I've been with the school for, boy, I don't know. It's been about 10, 12 years right now.
Okay.
You lose track of the
Yeah.
years right now. So stepping into this new role as principal, I've been in administration the whole time. So stepping into the role as principal, it's fun and it's exciting and it just has its moments. But it's neat because you get to, I've seen kind of the changes I wanted to make. So now you get an opportunity to make some decisions to guide that pathway to bring it to how you want.
Yes, that's very exciting, and I know it's been an eventful year already for you guys at Eagle Valley High School. And mentioning off camera, we were kind of talking about your 3 pride points as principal, which is academics, athletics, and culture, right?
Correct.
Let's kind of dive a little bit into all 3 of those, starting with maybe academics. What have been some accomplishments, or kind of what are we looking forward in terms of academics at Eagle Valley?
I think academics, when we really look at it, we made the AP honor roll last year.
Okay.
So enough students passed the test, and they have this whole formula. So I'm not sure. That's a huge point of honor for us. The other thing we celebrate academic-wise is the number of students that we have that graduate with the seal of biliteracy.
Okay.
So it means they're proficient in both English and Spanish, and it's hard to get to, and we have a lot of students that make it there. Third thing that we've talked about is the number of students we have graduating with an associate's degree from CMC.
Yes.
So talk about an accomplishment at this, actually before you get your high school diploma, because I think their graduation is like a week before.
Yeah, I think you're
Then
right.
we have kids graduating with an associate's degree
That's
with getting
huge.
there.
Yeah.
So those are some big points that we talk about right now. And how can we expand on all of those points is our focus.
Yeah, no, it seems like great accomplishments through AP, through the seal of biliteracy, and all sorts of things happening academically. But I also know sports are huge. We're wrapping up winter season, is that right?
We are wrapping up winter season.
So tell me a little bit, kind of what has been going down athletic wise.
Yeah, so let's go back just a little bit, because
Okay.
athletics and activities, our speech and debate was the state champions last year.
Nice.
So always have to bring that up.
Yes.
That's amazing. And now we're winding down. We're actually in the last week of our winter sports. So we have our Nordic and our Alpine teams are competing at the state championships this weekend.
Okay.
We have 4 wrestlers that qualified for state. They're going this weekend at Ball Arena to compete there.
Ball Arena.
At Ball Arena.
Wow.
It's really neat. It's pretty cool. Our boys and girls basketball teams, this is their last week. Looks like our boys will make the playoffs. They'll be ranked kind of right in the middle, so they're looking really good. Girls, it was a little bit more of a struggle this year. Not from not playing hard. It's just one of those years. A lot of injuries happen and some other things happened. So it's really been a good season, and it's amazing turnover. In our last week here, and we start last week of February with our spring sports.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it seems like sports have also been very successful, and I know you were athletic director prior to this. How is it different for you maybe this year around where you're not in that role anymore and you're kind of looking at it from a little bit more of a distance and not super involved, not at all the practices, not at all the games? Has that been kind of an adjustment or a transition for you?
It's a hard shift. Anytime you go away from a program that you made it yours, you were part of it, to hand it over to someone. But our new athletic director, Ryan Lynch, he's really working hard. He wants it to succeed. He's looking for input. It's been a really smooth transition. So it's been nice because I feel like I can trust him to turn it over. And I do. I look from afar and I can be proud of the changes he's making. And so that takes that burden off your shoulders.
Yeah, I love that. Now, the last thing I want to get into is your third point of pride, which is culture. Tell me a little bit about, kind of the culture of Eagle Valley, the student life. We had the opportunity also to talk to some of your Latino teachers and Sandra and Francisco, who were here, telling us a little bit about, the initiatives around the Latino community. But kind of just tell me a little bit about that Eagle Valley culture.
Well, I want to start out the first. It's a really short story. I won't take up too much time. Walking into the first, we had our teacher academy. It was at Battle Mountain High School. And they had all the each school, about their teachers together, had to make a flag, do a chant, come up with a cheer. And you had just a couple hours to do it. So you're like, okay, what are our teachers going to do? Staff of 80 right here. How's it going to work? And they came together, and it was amazing when we got out onto the floor, and the teacher. I mean, we kicked everyone's butt. So that means Eagle Valley rocked that for sure. But it just showed what the culture was going to be. Our teachers were bought into what we were trying to do, and a lot of that was putting in some more rules. Like we took cell phones away during classes. The kids can't have them. They can have them in the hallways, they can have them during some other times, but it was working on engagement.
Yes.
And so that was a big piece, and the kids bought into that. So that just shows the tightness of where they're coming. So that was a big piece of our culture. Other culture, if you've ever been to one of our games or our Peps Fest, our student sections are second to none.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're almost always appropriate. You have to keep an eye on them, but they're so much fun because they'll get loud, they'll get rowdy. It's a lot of fun watching, so when we work on that part. So last piece with the culture we really want to work on is how do we get a Latino community involved in our schools?
Right.
So that's what I had Francisco and Sandra work with me on. So let's get them where they're comfortable, and we can talk to them, we can get their ideas, and let's make the whole school community welcoming of everyone.
I love that because we're all one community, and when students walk through those doors, teachers walk through those doors, at the end of the day, I think, everyone's family, everyone's a community, and it seems like you all are doing a great job to really foster that.
That's what we're trying. It's a team effort to do it, but it's exciting to do it too.
Yes.
We have a lot of fun doing it.
I love that. Tom, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I appreciate you coming and sharing with our community and our watchers back at home, some of these updates at Eagle Valley High School, and giving us your perspective as principal, I think, is always very valuable.
Well, thank you for having me, and anytime. I love to brag up the school, so
I love that.
I'll come anytime.
And I shouldn't be saying this because I went to Battle Mountain High School myself, but I'm going to say it, go Devils.
Go Devils.
Thank you, Tom. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. All of us here at TV8 are lucky enough to have some great sponsors. One of those is Eyepieces of Vail. 8 convenient locations in and around the Vail Valley. Kim had a chance to sit down with Danny and discuss everything happening at their stores. Let's take a look.
It's Kimberly here, and I am standing in the middle of the goggle bar at Eyepieces Vail with Danny Berry, Marketing Manager of Eyepieces. How are you, Danny?
I'm good. How are you, Kimberly?
I'm living my best life. I can't complain. You know, being able to stand here among all of these incredible products and eyepieces that are just winter fashion and fun and safety and all of the things. So let's get started. Tell me about what we've got here.
Yeah, so at Eyepieces, we kind of consider ourselves to provide products, everything from the neck up is kind of our motto. So we do a lot of sunglasses, goggles, helmets. Ski fashion is something we absolutely love. It kind of brings together optical and fashion and skiing all together.
Well, you've got to have the right skis on the mountain. You really do. And there are so many varieties and options. So you've got your traditional goggles, but you can also wear like a sun shield or sunglasses or helmet with built-in technology. So I've just been dying to talk about this item here. So let's start.
Yeah, so this one's kind of all in one. This is Cask. It's a brand we started carrying a couple years ago. It's really well known for its visor here. So it's kind of a goggle helmet combo, which people love. It is a huge lens, which is going to give you great peripheral vision. So as far as like a technical functional product, this is really great, super comfortable. It is going to have a photochromatic lens on there, which is even better. So you're not switching out lenses. It's really going to do the work for you, and the lens is going to adapt to the lighting conditions. So if it's a really sunny day, it's going to get much darker from here.
So it's tell me the word again.
Photochromatic.
Photochromatic.
Yeah.
So that is lens technology that adjusts to the light.
Correct.
Wow,
Yep.
That's fancy.
So it's like several different lenses all in one on top of a goggle. And then new this year from this company, Cask, is they have integrated their speakers so that you have audio in the little ears here, which is great. It has Bluetooth capability. So when I say all in one, I totally mean it. It literally has everything that you need to go up on the mountain. Looks really modern and sleek, super comfortable, like I said. And then a lot of times people like to wear this if they have glasses, because it just slides right over your glasses. So that is a great option as well.
So this is great if you're one of those people where you're constantly looking for all of your things before you head out to the mountain.
Totally.
You've got it all in here.
Yep,
Absolutely.
exactly. So that's Cask.
Cask, great. So speaking of, you mentioned people that wear glasses. One of the things that Eyepieces offers here as well are the prescription lenses. So tell me all about that. And we've got some really incredible options here.
Yeah, so really what we're known for is our prescription services. We do total customized prescription services in your glasses, sunglasses. We can change the tint and color, and prescription goggle. So like I said, you can wear your glasses under your goggle or whatever equipment that you're wearing, but it's even better to have a prescription goggle that's all integrated. It's not going to have the fogging issue. It's not going to be uncomfortable like wearing your glasses under a goggle. We have clips that can work in kind of a universal functionality in different goggles. And we have like a completely integrated prescription goggle where there's no inserts, it's no clips, it's all in there. And we can do that all in-house at our Vail lab.
Well, that's what makes you so special. So you get functionality and fashion. And speaking of fashion, you carry all kinds of brands, and luxury brands is a big one of them. So tell me about this goggle set that we have here in front of us.
Yeah, this is a new one. This is a Tom Ford goggle. Super modern looking. We love having kind of those name brand goggles that are super fashion forward, but very functional. At the end of the day, we want to make sure that you have something that is going to help you see perfectly on the mountain, but also very stylish. So Tom Ford goggle is new for this year. We have tons of Tom Ford sunglasses and optical frames as well. And then very popular and trendy right now is a sunglass shield. Okay. You probably see it in Oakley's a lot, that big sunglass. And we love it for skiing because if you don't want a goggle, if you want to go with more of a sunglass, a larger lens is going to give you some more protection and looks beautiful.
They look great.
Yeah.
I can't wait to wear these for off-ray.
So this is a Chrome Hearts sunglass shield. We love Chrome Hearts. It's a great luxury kind of niche brand that we've been carrying for a long time. And they started doing some more sport pieces. And so this is one of them. It's actually designed for biking. Okay. the designers wanted something that's more functional, and so they designed this, and it works perfectly for skiing. We love it. So all those sport shields are super trendy
you would
right
look
now.
at it and you wouldn't think that it's designed for biking because it looks so fashion forward, you know, with the little details and all of that.
Yeah.
So speaking of this brand, the Chrome Hearts.
Yeah.
So it's your 40th anniversary.
It is.
And you are doing a special collaboration with them as well. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this winter we're celebrating our 40th anniversary. We're very excited about celebrating that with all of our wonderful customers, our fantastic staff. And Chrome Hearts is a brand we've been carrying for a long time, like I said. So we are doing a special collaboration piece with them. So we went kind of with their designers and came out with a brand new piece that is very specific to eyepieces in our 40th anniversary. So that will be launching in February.
Amazing. So 40th anniversary celebrations. What's going on? What kind of events? What can we see from Eyepieces of Vail coming up?
Yeah, we'll be having a lot of trunk shows throughout the year like we kind of normally do. All of those are updated on our website. So if you ever want to know kind of what is coming, what location, with what vendor at what time, you can check those out there. We are also doing a 40th anniversary party in March, which we're very excited about. Kind of have some music and food and drinks.
Who doesn't love a good party? Especially here in Vail, we love that. So speaking of Eyepieces of Vail, tell me about operating hours. You know, where can we go to get an eye exam or prescription goggles or glasses or whatever it is that you might be looking for?
Yeah, we have 8 locations total. We have 4 in Vail, 1 in Beaver Creek, 1 in Edwards. We have 2 locations in the Roaring Fork Valley, 1 in Basalt, and 1 in Snowmass. We have a doctor that does eye exams at our Edwards location on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and at our Village Center location across from the Solaris on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you can call or visit our website to get those scheduled. And he's great. Dr. G's one of our favorites, and he can get you set up with a prescription, and then from there our staff can take care as far as fitting you with some frames with your prescription lenses.
Amazing. And I love that you offer regular eye exams as well. So not only are you offering very fashionable and very cool and functional products, but you're offering services and, you know, just helping people stay on top of their eye health. We love that.
Totally. Yeah, we do repairs, adjustments, cleanings. Come on in. We can do those for free. We want to take care of you. Even if you haven't gotten your glasses with us, we want to make sure that you're all set up when you're visiting.
And that's one of the special things about Eyepieces of Vail is just the white glove service that you provide to friends and family and customers alike. So we really appreciate that. And congratulations on your 40th anniversary. That's huge. So where can we go for more information if anybody wants to, you know, see what you offer and kind of keep in touch with what you're doing?
Yep, eyepieces.com. Yeah, you can find locations, brands we carry, schedule those eye exams, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Well, Danny, thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Loving all of these fun, fashion-forward options. So all in one, Tom Ford, Chrome Hearts. We love all of it. This is just really incredible stuff. Thanks for sharing your inventory today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. Keep it here. We'll be right back for more.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It's Thursday, February 15th. Here at TV8, grab a cup of coffee because Kim and I have a great show for you today. Ben continues his conversation with Roundup River Ranch medical staff. I get to talk to Shay Johnson, who's an actress and reality star at the show Love and Hip Hop Miami. So we get to talk to her and see what's happening there in Miami. And then Ashley's going to be in. We're going to talk a little bit about the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and see what's happening over there. Hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Vail. We do have quite the show for you today, but a lot of changes happening outside in the weather. If you get up today, absolutely beautiful morning. The sun's out, nice temperatures, 25 degrees at AM, a high today of 36 degrees, which is that perfect snowmaking temperature for Mother Nature. 80% chance of snowfall today. Those winds are going to start to pick up this afternoon, west-southwest, between 10 and 20 miles per hour. So going to be a little gusty out there as we look at Vail by the hour. That noon time is when those snow showers are anticipated to start throughout the afternoon. So we're going to see moderate temperatures throughout the day. Not a lot of change there in fluctuation, maybe a few degrees here and there as we move in to the evening hours. 52 degrees in Denver, 36 in Vail, 39 in Avon, and 40 degrees in Eagle. And you can see that snow falling there on the screen. That's going to happen around that noon hour when that storm decides to move in. A low tonight of 22 degrees, and again, a high percentage of snowfall, 70% chance throughout the evening, sun setting at 5:42 p.m. And the winds west at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So still a little bit gusty as that storm kind of moves in from that southwest area. So if you're out there on the highway, just be careful as that snow starts to fall. This is what's exciting this 5-day. Friday, we have more snow showers. Saturday, again, the chance of snow showers is moderate, 20%, but it's going to be a beautiful day to get out there and enjoy the mountain. Then again, on Sunday, we've got some more snowfall moving in the afternoon. Again, those temperatures very moderate, and moving into next week, 41 degrees is going to be the temperature. So a lot going on there as far as that snowfall goes and the moderate temperatures. So exciting to have out there some of the things coming our way. Looking at snow report, an inch reported over in Beaver Creek. We really didn't know we'd have that much snowfall last night, but there was a reported inch in Beaver Creek. 169 inches for the season total. 54-inch base depth is what's taking place there. So nice base out there for Beaver Creek, but we need some more snow. 25 lifts are spinning, 162 trails are open, 73% of the terrain is open. Those lift hours 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., so plenty of time to get out there on this beautiful, hopefully snow-filled day later in the afternoon to enjoy Beaver Creek Mountain. Now skipping over to Vail, an inch reported in the last 48 hours. 189 inch is their season total with a 54-inch base. Lift hours are similar. 31 lifts are spinning. 277 trails are open with 99% of the terrain. So a lot to get out there and enjoy, and we've got quite the show. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max at TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host at TVA Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales. TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. In hour one, Ben had the opportunity to sit down with that caring staff that's out at Roundup River Ranch. Now in hour two, he has a chance to extend that conversation to the medical team out there. Let's see how that discussion goes.
We are here at the Roundup River Ranch with Dr. Todd Vermeer and Amy Batchelor, part of the medical team here at Roundup River Ranch. So, Dr. Vermeer, tell me a little bit about how you guys support the camp here and what you guys are doing with the kids.
So in every session, we have physician and nurse volunteers who come and join us.
oftentimes specialists in whatever particular disease is the focus of a camp session. And Amy and I coordinate all of those folks and help provide care, help organize everything so that when the campers get here, we get all their medications lined up for the week and can deliver whatever care they need. And then both of us and all the volunteers are around to support our activities, make sure everything's safe so that when they're doing something like climbing the climbing wall, we have a nurse or a doctor there to make sure that if anything comes up, we can take care of it right there in place, rather than having to have them come here to our medical center, which is available, but we try to keep everyone out of here if we can.
So speaking of the medical center here, what level of care are you guys able to provide, and how closely are you able to kind of monitor the various campers' conditions, Amy?
Yeah, our facility is able to handle, I would say, a pretty high level of care for kids if it's needed emergency-wise. We're in touch with local emergency departments and firefighters, paramedics, so they know that we're here, and we have a really great relationship with them. But as far as supporting the campers, we actually have our cabin nurses live in the cabins with them, so their cabin nurse is with them all the time, is with their cabin. So if anything were to come up as far as emergent, they're right there, as well as having all of their medications on standby with the nurses. They're all in the cabins with them. And so they actually have like a person right there at all times. So it feels very safe for them. Many of our campers are used to having quite close relationships with their nurses or physicians, and so it's comforting for them as well, and our parents when they drop off their kids. That can be really nerve-wracking. So they have lots of support here as far as medical goes.
And I would imagine that that's probably super encouraging for the parents when they drop their kids off. Like, it is a pretty remote location, but to have such attentive medical staff and to have such great care here is probably super relieving. Have you guys seen anything with the kids and how just like having that little bit of extra support kind of helps the kids kind of relax and let go?
Yeah, it's amazing for the kids and for the parents. You know, for the kids, we have a medical review process we go through for all of the campers, and we'll see notes from parents about how they tire out in the afternoon and will probably need a wheelchair because they can't walk very far. And we see these kids come and they hike down to the climbing wall and they do the whole ropes course with no slowing down and no need for a wheelchair. And it's wonderful to see because they just get in an environment where they're with other kids, they're doing it, they want to do it, and they're not being held back. And for the parents, I think one of the most powerful experiences I had this summer was right here where we're sitting, telling parents to turn off their glucose monitoring for their child. The child had an implanted glucose monitor that connects with the phone and gives alerts. And we took that over. We said, all right, I've got it on my phone, we've got it on the cabin nurse's phone, you turn it off because we've got this. And they were able to go have 4 or 5 days by themselves and not having to worry about the glucose monitor. That is a 10, 15, 20 times a day worry for that particular camper. And that's just such a wonderful gift to be able to give.
Such a wonderful gift to be able to give just in general here at Roundup River Ranch, and it wouldn't be possible without the medical team here. So how did you get involved, Amy, in just the program here and in this kind of care?
So we're part of the Serious Fun Children's Network. We are part of multiple camps throughout the country and the world. And I actually started my journey with Serious Fun in California at the Painted Turtle, which is another camp in a sister camp, as I like to call them. And then I have worked here in 2018, and I just came back onto site full-time recently. Yeah.
And what about you, Dr. Maria?
Well, my wife and I have been friends of camp for years and supporters, and my wife's served in a lot of volunteer capacity, including on the board. And when the medical director, who had been the founding medical director, stepped down last year, and I spoke with the folks here because I knew and said, I'd like to talk about that when it comes time, and they brought it to me when it got posted, and we talked through it, and got very excited to get to be here and be a part of everything we do.
Awesome. Do you guys specialize in any particular illnesses, or do you have kind of like a area of specialty? And is that something that happens within the Serious Fun Network, that various camps kind of specialize in particular regions of illness?
Yeah, so the way we do it, we break it down by weeks during the summer. So we have 6 summer sessions, and each one has a diagnosis-specific focus. So we have a week that focuses on cardiac disease, cancer and immune deficiencies, neurologic disorders. We have a week where it's a combination of asthma and celiac disease and things like that. And we then get we have specialist volunteers typically, mostly from the Front Range, but also some from other states who come in to spend those 5 or 6 days here. So we'll have the specialist in that particular disease area here. And then my background is emergency medicine, so I'm sort of a generalist and take care of whatever comes. But it's wonderful to have those specialists here. They do education for the staff. A lot of our summer staff, counselors and things, are college kids who are interested in medical careers, nursing careers, and so they get some educational talks out of that. And the docs love it because many of the docs who come to volunteer are seeing their patients here at camp. And it is just a wonderful experience for them to see them as kids as opposed to as patients. But then if they get sick, they know what to do for the particular issue. They can access their medical records. They can contact the other specialists who are caring for the kids and help us make a plan. We can't do much diagnostically here. We have very limited testing that we can do beyond basic infectious disease like strep and COVID and flu. But we have a lot of treatment we can provide. We are beneficiaries of a lot of gifts from Children's Hospital of Colorado. They give us a great deal of medication every year, so we have a lot of medications that you wouldn't normally have at home that are not over the counter, but because I, as a physician, Amy's actually a nurse practitioner as well, we can decide, yep, we need to give you this, we have it. If a camper shows up and doesn't have one of their medications, we may have it already, or we have some donor support to get it for the patient. We partner with our local pharmacies, Vail Health and City Market rather, and they'll get it for us. And so there's a lot we can do.
I would imagine that you guys have a pretty close working relationship, both with Vail Health and the Colorado Children's Hospital. Amy, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a lot of our specialists, like Todd was saying, do bring their own kiddos here. And what a great environment to have them here because they only see them in a clinic setting. So they've put a lot of visits, work into them, and then they get to see them like outside of the hospital. They get to see them, and nurses as well. And so we do have a close bond with Children's Hospital of Colorado as well as other hospitals within our region. We also serve 11 states total that we can. However, like right here in the Front Range, and in the Front Range, we are able to support Denver locations and out here through those hospitals.
So speaking of the 11 states that you guys serve, is that sort of like a regional designation that like Roundup River Ranch has a region that they cover as part of the Serious Fun Network? Or you guys have like a system of illnesses that you kind of focus on, that kids from all over the country come to this location because of their particular illness?
It's more the regional delineation that the camps agree to through Serious Fun. And there is some overlap with that. But most of the camps serve a wide variety of diseases. There's a whole set of typical identified diagnoses that Serious Fun focuses on. And it tends to be things that are, more long-term challenging, require constant medication, constant monitoring. And one of the goals we have is to be able to provide a normal camp experience for kids who can't go to other camps. Every camp has a nurse providing medication, but we're providing chemotherapy, we're providing immunosuppressant medications, and watching for the side effects of that. We have nurses who are in the cabin who are helping kids who require an hour of care to have a bowel movement every day, and we're able to do that, and then get those kids up on the zip line an hour later. So we are always trying to reach out to families and kids who don't have other options and may not even know this option exists. And the transformation you see in kids who've never been to camp or who maybe went to camp years ago, but then they've been dealing with their illness, it's really magical how they just blossom here, make friends. And an important part of it is they get to know other people who are on their same journey. We're heading into a family camp weekend this weekend for specifically around epilepsy. And for a lot of the parents who will be here, it'll be their first time to hang out with other parents who have kids with similar challenges and maybe new diagnoses or maybe 10 years in, and share those stories and feel that community that is hard to find out in the world, because, though we see lots, they're few and far between oftentimes in the general population. So.
Well, that's got to be such a great experience for the families and for the kids. But before I let you guys go, I've got 2 more questions for you. First one being, does the altitude make a big difference in standard of care? I mean, we aren't really at a low elevation here. We're probably at, 6-ish thousand feet, give or take?
63. Yep, we're at 6,300. It can make a difference, depending again on the diagnosis. So we do, like Todd said, we do serve different diagnoses, and what we do is we accommodate for that. So we serve sickle cell disease, and we also serve kiddos who might need oxygen in a cardiac disease, and so they may need more while they're here at this altitude. Most of the time, if they're traveling from Denver or even from like potentially another state that is much lower, it's really going over the passes to get here that can really be a little more of the issues. Once people are here, though, we're able to manage all of those things too, because of donors, and they have donated medical equipment and things like that, so we can have oxygen in the cabin. Everything is universal here, accessibly, and so they can take that oxygen tank portably up the zip line and go on down with it, no problem. I think one of the greatest things is, like Todd was mentioning, is how these kids blossom. There is this concept that I like to call the Me Too feeling. When a kid meets another kid that has either gone through the same journey as them or has something similar to them, maybe that's a medical device, maybe they both have the same diagnoses. I know this summer I just walked by these 2 12-year-old boys. They're just sitting on the grass reading, and one of them just looked at the other one and they're like, oh, what kind of like cancer did you have? And he said the exact same thing that he did, and they both like paused and also just smiled and then went back to reading and like playing. It was like not a big deal, but it also, you could tell they had to pause to be like, oh my gosh, there's someone the same as me. Their family members, there's school, like they don't always have that opportunity, and it's so powerful to know that they're not alone. It just changes everything.
It's absolutely incredible, and it's so great that you guys are here, and such an amazing organization. If anybody was watching us who perhaps had medical training or was interested in getting involved in volunteering for your program, how could they reach out to you guys, and what's the process in getting involved in the medical side of volunteering here at Roundup River Ranch?
It's similar to any volunteer opportunities we have here. It's an application through our website initially, and then that then sends them to interview with either Amy or myself, and we do that online just as a Zoom interview to get to know them and find out what their interest is, what their background is. And we have a wide range of opportunities. I mean, throughout camp there's lots of volunteering, but for specifically physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, PAs, we love having them come, and sometimes it's people who are very focused specifically in the disease, and a lot of those folks come from the Front Range, from Children's and Rocky Mountain Hospital for kids. And we've got a lot of folks who've been involved for a long time, but then we're getting newer people as well who are just coming out of their training or in their training. But really the easiest way is to start on the website, and then it comes to us to get in touch and get to know them and learn more about them and let them learn more about camp and what our opportunities are like.
Awesome. And that website is roundupriverranch.org, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Dr. Todd Vermeer, Amy Batchelor, thank you guys so much for joining us. I know you guys have a lot to get ready for Family Week, but thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We often have the pleasure of speaking with some celebrities out there. And today I have the opportunity to talk to Shay Johnson, actress, model, fitness guru, and star of MTV's Love and Hip Hop Miami. How are you this morning, Shay?
Hi. I'm good. How are you doing? We're on VH1, actually.
Oh, VH, okay. Sorry about that. How are you today?
It's okay. I'm good. Today was better than yesterday. You know, life is good. Working through life situations. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I tell you, your life is under a microscope. And you've got everybody watching every move that wants to be critical, not just the people watching the show, but your own cast members. How do you deal with that on a day-to-day basis?
At one point this season, I just decided to disconnect from the entire cast. I had a process going on during my pregnancy. I had a difficult pregnancy. But as you can see in the last episode, the fans were able to find out that I did lose my baby. My baby's heart stopped beating. I don't understand why, and that was the most difficult time in my life. So I disconnected from everyone and everything, and I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, but that's what I did. I needed self-healing. I needed time to myself to process what was going on. But now I'm back, bickering with the girls, and you'll also see a lot of back and forth between my child's father, my man, Fable, and my mother, and you'll see a lot of family issues, which happens every day.
Now, you've got a daughter. I believe is she coming up on her 2nd birthday?
She is. May 4th is my daughter's birthday, Shajaya, and
Yeah.
May 4th, may the 4th be with you. I'm a Star Trek fan. A Star Wars fan, Star Wars. And I don't know what I'm going to do for her birthday, but I can tell you it's going to be big. My daughter will be coming out with her own product on The Healthy Hand website. So that's coming up for her birthday, but we don't know how we're going to do it this year. But I'm glad you noticed that. Her birthday is
Yeah,
coming up.
I was on Instagram looking at things, and I think I saw the hashtag Sweet Pea.
Yes, I call my baby Sweet Pea all the time. She has a couple nicknames: Jaja, Sweet Pea, Princess. Whichever one I feel like saying. But that's my sweetheart. That's my baby.
Well, you've gotten into a lot of health and wellness as well. And I know, with your representation of the USA Fibroid Center as far as being the ambassador, you've come a long way, and you've taught a lot of people about fibrosis. What can you tell the viewers about what you've learned and what you're doing?
Far as fibroids, when I had fibroids, I didn't know my options to remove them. Every case is different in women. I would say 80 to 90% of all women will have some type of case of fibroids. Some just pass through and some more difficult. like my situation. And because I did not know my options for fibroids, I chose the wrong option, which was a myomectomy. I had the surgery to remove the fibroids, which removed the symptoms, and I was glad about that. But unfortunately, because of that cut, that scar, I'm no longer able to conceive naturally. I will always have to have a cesarean. But if I knew my options at that time, which I can remove the fibroids non-surgically, I probably would have been able to conceive naturally. But it's okay. My fibroids was a blessing in disguise. Because of my fibroids, I learned a lot on how to help women. I created a product, a fibroid tea, which relieves your symptoms. And I also have my website now under thehealthyhand.com, which I have a detox, total system detox, total belly detox. I have gummies and capsules. And because of my fibroid situation, I've tapped into health and wellness. So I understand herbs and I sell herbs, all natural herbs on my website. So it was a blessing and a curse. So, but let's just focus on the blessing.
Well, I was on your Instagram, and that's a great place for people to go because you do such a nice job introducing the products and talking your way through what you're experiencing to help others. So we really appreciate all of that from a viewer's standpoint. Now let's get to the show. Is there going to be a season 7?
That has to be, well, we're actually going into season 6. Right now we're at season 5B, but we're going to go into season 6, I'm sure, because there's just too many unresolved issues that are happening in season 5, part B. And I know you don't want to leave the fans wondering what's going on, what happened next, what is it to expect. We can't let them down. So there will definitely be a season 6, and you'll get to see, hopefully, majority of the cast work through their everyday issues, the family issues, and the ups and downs that we go through all the time. The reason they chose the cast they did for Love and Hip Hop is because we're very relatable. And it's not easy to open up and allow the public into your life, but that's something we choose to do. And it's hard at times, but we work through it. So continue to watch Love and Hip Hop every Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's amazing, and you will relate.
It is true reality TV at its finest. And like you said, there is a lot of drama, but with what you're doing, again, with everybody, all eyes on your life, because you can't hide from anything. What are some of the life lessons that you've learned?
I've learned publicly to watch what you say. Everyone is always watching. I have to understand that there are people that look up to me. And I want to make sure that I continue to be an advocate for USA Fibroid Centers and just an advocate for women, period. I want to be the one that people see as the strong individual in Love and Hip Hop that worked through her circumstances and faced every obstacle and not deflect from it. And I think that even if I just help one individual, I'm satisfied with that. But I know during my journey, I've helped hundreds of women and even men in my relationship. What I'm going through, it's not like it hasn't been seen before. You know, I'm going through my ups and downs in my relationship like everybody else. It's just public. But you become numb after a while when you've seen so many different comments and so much negativity and so many opinions on your situation. You become numb to it. And even though I don't agree with the negative opinions, I just respect the fact that I am a public figure and I allow you to have your opinion on who I am.
I think that's part of being out there in that public spotlight. You have to accept that there's going to be those people out there, those haters out there. But again, you know, everybody make mistakes. And I think you've said it before, you take full accountability for those and how difficult it is to be there in that public eye under that microscope. Seems like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yes, all the time. But you learn to deal with it. You learn what to do, what not to do. And the main thing is I do take accountability. And that's even hard sometimes. But taking accountability and taking ownership onto what you've done, it helps you become a better you and you're able to move forward, you know, without it on your mind constantly and having any regrets. I don't have any regrets for anything in my life. I just know how to handle situations differently now. So it's pretty cool being a celebrity.
Well, Shay, I can't thank you enough for being on the show with me today. Continue, be strong, be beautiful, and be brave.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that was a great interview there with Shay Johnson, star, actress, fitness guru of the Love and Hip Hop Miami. What a great show that is. And again, going into their 6th season. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
TV8 te brinda la mejor programación en español todos los días. Sintoniza Conexión Latina los lunes, miércoles y viernes a las 7 de la tarde con repeticiones los fines de semana. Además, te presentamos nuestro nuevo programa Sabores y Creaciones, donde hemos juntado tus recetas y manualidades favoritas en un solo lugar los martes y jueves a las 7 de la tarde. Y por último, disfruta de Daily Flash Latino, con noticias y entretenimiento en tendencia los sábados a las 7 de la tarde. Te esperamos por el canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina, nuestro canal de YouTube TV8 Vail Good Morning Vail o nuestra página web tv8vail.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pastel. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the immersion theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. There are so many cool things to do in and around the valley, and one of the coolest is the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. I'm joined here with Ashley, who kind of leads everything up there, and she and I were just talking as we introed the show on all the things that are going on.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
I mean, we're going to have to dedicate a separate show just for everything, from the yoga to the history walk and tour and everything going on. So viewers, if you've not been there, you definitely need to take some time, take a lot of time, and dedicate it to walk through this museum, because it talks about everything from the 10th Mountain Division, which is how Vail Mountain got started, the history behind that that leads into World War II and out of World War II, and then all the technology that's been changing in ski equipment.
Absolutely.
Now, on top of that, what kind of events? What do you have for girls coming up?
Tomorrow, we are showing the Advice for Girls ski film. It's an all-female cast and crew, just putting a spotlight on like the collective experience of women in the ski industry.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic film. It's actually our second showing because we showed it earlier this year. Sold out, packed house, and we want to show it again.
And
then
it's
we
not
have,
just for girls, it's for the fellas too.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It's exposure for the women. We would love for the men to come and see that, to hear the real experience. And so then we have two very cool women coming to talk after the film about their experience of being females. We have Addie McCord and Julie Rust coming, the current Beaver Creek Ski Patrol Director, and then Julie Rust was the Ski Patrol Director at Vail for so many years. I think since early 2000s, Julie Rust was there.
Yeah.
Just to talk about what it looks like to take up space as a female in the ski industry. And it's a cool ski film. So it talks about their experience, and you're going to see some really cool just skiing clips. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah, the National Ski Patrol was predominantly male, and it's so cool and refreshing to see the female advancement in the National Ski Patrol. So
Absolutely.
wonderful to hear that story.
Yeah, so that's tomorrow. You can snag tickets online. Give us a call. Starts at like 5:15. We'll have snacks, drinks, and then showtime at 6 o'clock.
Great.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about yoga. What brought yoga into the Colorado Snow Sports Museum?
Well, to be honest, I think we've had a mindset at the museum. We really want to be a community place. We're right in the heart of Vail Village. There's no reason we shouldn't be doing those things. And I know some local yoga instructors, and we said, what if?
Yeah.
And we started doing it. So every Saturday, right now, it kind of changes each season, but right now, every Saturday at 8:30, it's an hour of yoga. $15, drop in. It's all levels welcome, truly.
Okay.
It's a great spot, and then you can go ski right after.
Yeah, loosen up, do some yoga, get your zen, and hit the slopes.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. We're supposed to get some snow in the forecast.
I sure hope so. Fingers
See what
crossed,
happens
right?
there. Now, we talk about the museum itself and then the history that kind of is the foundation. When you first walk in, you see Camp Hale and some of the things there. Talk about that history tour.
Yeah, so I mean, in the museum itself, it's self-guided tours, but every Tuesday and Thursday, so today at 11 o'clock, we do a Vail history tour, which you can't not talk about the 10th Mountain with that.
Right.
Like you said, not only did they start Vail, they contributed to over 60 ski hills when they came back.
Wow.
So it's not just Vail, but our history tour will talk about how there was nothing but ranching families all the way up until the 10th Mountain came in, got everything going. Pete Seibert's contribution to that.
Yep.
It's amazing. And then we do every now and then on the weekends, we have a docent that can show you around the museum. Those of us there can also get you going. And we updated part of the 10th Mountain exhibit just recently. We digitized a ton of photos, artifacts, all these things. So there's a touch screen in the 10th Mountain exhibit you can go through. It's called Letters Home. You can look up the whole roster of soldiers, and anything we have on file from them, you can click on and check that out. And we'll do annual updates on that because we have so many resources. People should reach out if they have anything to give to the museum, to digitize, to keep in there, and make it more personal. It's not just, it's easy to look at an exhibit and go, oh, okay, and then you see the real names, you see the real people, you see their letters written home, and you realize, the real impact it had.
And then you've got, in addition to that, the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yep. That's a great thing about the renovation, digitizing everything. We have over 250 members in our Hall of Fame. So there's no way you can put that all on display in a museum that's not just the Hall of Fame. So it's a big computer. You can look up every single person in there, everything we've got on them. We started making videos late 90s, so you can watch their induction videos. And then we always put up the current class, which last year's class inducted 3 women out of the 5 people inducted. So it's pretty amazing.
Girl power.
I know.
Dig it.
We're here for it.
Well, I tell you, you can't just spend a couple minutes in there, and you walk through, you see the technology changes from ski boots to skis into snowboards, as well as apparel.
Yeah.
And it is, you look at some of this equipment, you go, how in the heck did they do that? You look at the packs that the 10th Mountain wore and the skis they use and go, how in the heck did they do that? But they did.
They sure did.
And to be able to see it firsthand, touch it, and be there and visualize what these athletes went through or what the soldiers went through is incredible.
Yep, and you can really visualize it. We show a great documentary on the 10th Mountain and kind of the start of Vail, and we have current professionals like Chris Anthony. He's in the film trying the original equipment, and it's tough for him. People ask if he's faking it, but nope, he's really trying it.
He's a world-class skier.
Yes, exactly. Just to show you what they went through for us. Yeah.
Well, Ashley, thanks for coming in. Again, it's a destination people have to make part of their vacation. And if you're a local, shame on you for not going in there. You've got to get in there, check out, look what they've got going on. Do some yoga. Before you get out there on the slopes. You're going to go skiing anyway. Get up a little bit earlier. Do some yoga, loosen up, spend some time to enjoy and appreciate everything that's going on there at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. And take a trip through the gift shop. They got some really cool things.
Oh, it's great. And it just supports the museum. We're a nonprofit, so you can feel good about it.
Absolutely. And if you don't like it, I'll give you double your money back on the admission. I promise you that.
Yep.
How much is it?
It's free $99.
See,
it's complimentary.
I got off the hook easy.
I always tell people it just costs you as much time as you want to spend.
There you go.
Yep.
Well, Ashley, thanks for joining me today. And the energy behind the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. Get in there, enjoy, appreciate, and just immerse yourself in the history. We'll be back soon with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, there is so much that goes into behind the scenes in television production, as well as getting our show out to you, the viewers. I had a conversation with the founder of TV Bookers, who books guests, but also talks all about the technology and the latest and greatest to make sure that you get the best viewing experience. Let's take a look at that conversation. Now, welcome back to the show. Our next guest we interact with on a regular basis, but not in front of the camera. So joining me today is the CEO and founder of the TV Bookers, Dominic Forth. Dominic, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on the show today.
Great to have you on the show. Normally, we're interacting with you from an email perspective and getting all of the people that you work with out there in front of the camera. So tell me about the TV Bookers and what you do.
Yeah, so we're really a social impact agency. We're trying to give a voice to entrepreneurs, business leaders, thought leaders, anyone that really wants to make good in the community or the wider world. And the way we do this is really connecting them with great programming like yourselves, where just finding opportunities, to talk about the social impact that they're making and potential differences from there.
Wonderful. You really do have such an incredible range of people that you work with. So you mentioned entrepreneurs, CEOs, and you're connecting them with an audience. So, there's been a lot of change in the industry. What are you seeing from the people you represent to the audience, to the networks? What's happening in the industry right now?
Yeah, 2023 has been a fascinating year because there's been a lot of false starts in terms of technology in some cases, and ATSC 3.0 is probably the biggest conversation I'm seeing right now, where for many years we've had the ATSC 1 standard, and we even skipped over the second generation because we saw the potential for a 4K broadcast. And by this year, the goal was to really just broaden that technology. But when you have something that's voluntary, where there's a lot of different players all trying to work together to come up with a standard, there are naturally going to be delays. And so as we approach the end of the year, quite often it looks from the outside looking in that the technology hasn't progressed. But in reality, we have markets now like New York that now has this advanced broadcast capability. And so to talk about the difference, in the past, ATSC 1 built on what most people will remember was NTSC before that. And so NTSC was where, we in the 1950s, the US standard was applying color to black and white pictures. And then in 1996, we went to ATSC 1, which was making an analog signal digital, and then HD signals and, 1080 resolution. What ATSC 3 is going to do is add 4K resolution plus much improved audio and then interactive capabilities as well. So it truly is going to be groundbreaking. It's not here yet throughout the US, but numbers are showing that over 10 million set-top boxes have now been activated. So that's still a very large number, and that number's only going to grow as we go into next year.
Well, thank you for breaking that down. I know our viewers would be very interested to learn further about it. Now, could you explain a bit about what 4K would mean to the viewer?
Yeah, it's really about improved picture quality, but the frequency that they're using also adds enhanced capabilities. So you can have a more customized broadcast. So weather is the one that immediately comes to mind to me, where you can have a personalized weather forecast and also personalized content as well. Now, that does cause some privacy concerns for some people, which they can opt out in the same way you can opt out of a, on a website with cookies and things like that. But ultimately, what I'm most excited about is just the quality of the broadcast and really how this is going to continue the importance of local broadcasts, because local programming is so important to the community. And you think about civic engagement, community engagement, a lot of that is galvanized by local news coverage. And so having over-the-air coverage more accessible in the long term and having a commitment to a gold standard, I think will really be impactful, because local news is just so important. Local programming is so important. And seeing everyone committing to the future, I think, is very exciting.
Well, I think that's exactly right. You know, we are local programming here, and so we really love being involved with our community as well. And now you mentioned the technology, and as an average user, for somebody who is just watching the program, they think of upgraded technology from a television perspective or the type of device that they're watching their programming on. I love that you've explained a bit more on behind the scenes and the kind of technology that is happening to get the broadcast to us. Now, what kind of trends are you seeing for 2024?
Yeah, and you bring up a great point. It's very easy just to go to an electronics store, buy a TV, plug it in, and, you don't think anything more about it. And I often feel the engineers are the unsung heroes behind the scenes, because there's a tremendous effort going on behind the scenes to make this all happen. And in terms of electronics, the same is true. Next month will be the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, and we're going to see some incredible developments. So the key developments often with television is all about how white they can get the picture on one extreme and how dark they can get it on the other, so the contrast. And there's some incredible technology that's out right now that's going to be leveled up even further. And the jargon can sometimes get confusing. You have, QLED from Samsung, where they're adding quantum dots in between the LED and the picture to make the image brighter, for example. That's been out for some time now, but we're going to see next-gen sets for that. You've got organic LEDs, where they use carbon and organic materials to help improve picture quality. And then you've even got phosphorescent technology as well. So a lot of TVs are currently fluorescent technology. This can be phosphorescent technology as well. So there's a lot going on. Ultimately, for the end user, though, I wouldn't get too bogged down by that. I think the best thing you can do when you're looking for a TV set is just go to the review sites, find a price point you're comfortable with, and determine what's the best picture quality for the price for me. And don't get too carried away, because we could spend hours talking about the specifics of each technology and the pros and cons.
It's true. There are so many terms and technology. I'm not one to pay attention to all of the specific details. I'm looking at the picture the size of my picture, and also the quality of it. And I love that there is an organic technology piece. So that's really exciting stuff. So Dominic, where can we go for more information to learn all about what you do and about technology? You mentioned a website and looking up reviews. So where can we find out all the things that we need to know?
Yeah, so in terms of technology, I think going to the manufacturers' websites are always good. I mean, Samsung continue to be a leader, LG continue to be a leader. Even just tapping into your local hardware store. I mean, Best Buy, obviously, and Amazon, two great review sites as well. In terms of social impact and, trying to make a difference in the local community, which is what we do at the TV Bookers, you can find us online at thetvbookers.com. and always happy to work with people who are looking to get the story out, looking to make a difference, particularly in healthcare and in education, and also innovation as well. So again, the TV Bookers is our main site, and I'm happy to help promote causes for positive social impact.
Absolutely, and you connect change makers with the community. I love that motto. So we appreciate you, Dominic. Thank you so much for coming on and being in front of the camera this time. And we loved hearing all that you have to say about technology and the upcoming trends in the next year. It's really, really interesting information.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott Show, we are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
More than ever, kids need information to help them better understand their surroundings and to better protect themselves. Each week, this program works with the various law enforcement agencies across the country and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, spotlighting several missing cases, hoping someone, like you, might have information that will lead to finding these individuals.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Lots of exciting things happening out and around the valley, especially with the weather. Looking at that 5-day Kim snow today, tomorrow, a little bit break maybe on Saturday, and then Sunday more snow, and the temperatures are going to heat back up. So good stuff happening.
Perfect weather for President's Day weekend.
Ah, yes.
Perfect weather.
So, and perfect biscuit muffins.
McGriddle muffins.
McGriddle muffins is what they are.
So delicious, as you can see. They've
Yeah.
got the cheese in them, the sausage. It just
Don't try to act like we haven't been over there feasting on them, because we have.
During
we took
commercial
one
break.
small bite and it's like, ooh, these are pretty darn good.
Any leftover batter, we threw it in a skillet
We
while
threw it
the
in a skillet.
rest, like, oh, it's
Kevin
been
made a scramble.
a McGriddle scramble, and it's
Yeah.
been quite delicious, that's for sure.
Ah, what a show today. A lot of good things.
A lot of great things.
Yeah.
Roundup River Ranch, we love what they're doing over there. And we have the Colorado Snow Sports Museum.
Yeah, and you've got to get in there. And I don't say that just because we had them on the show, but so many cool things over there.
You can do yoga. The Avi dogs are going to be there on
Yes.
Wednesday. That sounds like a fun event to attend.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
So a lot of enriching education taking place over at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum.
Yeah, that's great.
Excited.
And Kevin's had some great conversations as well. Lots of interesting entertainment happening.
Shay Johnson,
on
reality
TV.
star, fitness instructor, actor, actress. Lots of good things.
Lots of good things. You know, there have been. We're a well-rounded show here at Good Morning
Do a
Vail.
little bit of everything.
And as
Dip
always,
our toe in the water.
We do
test
dip
it out.
in the water or the proverbial snow that's
Yes.
coming down. Very exciting stuff for President's Day weekend. And I know you've had a big weekend as well with Makoto opening up as well.
Makoto opening over at the Grand Hyatt Vail. Excited to get that. Chef just landed. He just texted me. So anxious to get that underway. So come over and see us at the Grand Hyatt Vail for Makoto Vail.
And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining.